Welcome to meditation on spaciousness. So I invite you to connect with your body, and however you're connected to the chair or cushion or ground, allow your awareness to settle in the body. If you like, you can do a scan, quick scan from the tip of the head right through the body until you reach the tips of the toes. And connect with the breath. And the breath, as of course you know, expands and contracts the body. So as you notice the breath, notice the expansion and contraction of the body, and notice exactly where that happens. A healthy breath expands the belly rather than the chest. And as we reach the deeper part of an in-breath, you'll notice the chest rise also, the lungs fill. Just focusing your awareness as breath happens, as the universe breathes you. Notice how you experience the outer edges of your body. If you have a little more hair than I, you might notice hair on your neck or shoulders, your face. You'll feel the contact of your clothes. You'll feel the contact, the chair or the cushion or the ground. And just let your attention settle there. With the expansion and contraction of the breath. Notice this containment. One of our greatest attachments is our body, understandably. We might be very aware of our boundary, whether somebody is too close or touching. Just notice the identification in a healthy way with my body. And this meditation on spaciousness, we're going to allow that boundary to drop away best we can as a meditation. So being aware of your body of breath and the skin as the outermost part of us, of you. Noticing the expansion and contraction. And then one of the next out breaths, I want you to imagine this sense of self, this outer limit of you, of your body, extending 1 inch out from your skin in all directions. Your next out breath, imagine holding that awareness, that sense of self, and allowing it to include the 1 inch of space all around your body, including down into the ground, wherever you are, or through the chair. However you can connect with that. It can be a visualization or feel it. I tend to feel or sense it. Just allow with that outer edge that you generally think of as the edge of my arm, the end of my foot, tip of my nose. Allow that to expand and feel the space 1 inch outside. And continue the expansion and contraction focus. So imagine the self-contained space, including that 1 inch outside your skin, expanding and contracting with your breath. Don't work too hard, don't force it if you're struggling with that. Just stay with the very physical expansion and contraction of your breath. And with one of the next out breaths, expand that to include the entire room that you're in. And if you're outside, to use your imagination a little, including the nearest tree or fence, particular area. Just allow your imagination, your sense, your visualization to follow that expansion and contraction, and imagine as you breathe in, the room slightly expands, the edges of the room expand and contract with your breath. That is your boundary. You are now all of this space, not limited by the edge of your skin. If you're struggling with it, that's okay. Just play with visualizing it, feeling it. Stay with the breath and try to let go of any doubt or thought. Just feel the expansion and contraction. If you lose it, just come back to the breath. Try again. Might help to slightly exaggerate a few breaths. Feel that room expand. Allow your arms to move out slightly. Sway in your seat. It's better if you can stay with a natural breath, but can give it a little help for a few breaths. And then going to go further. One of your next out breaths, expand the sense of you, your limit, your edge, to include the entire block or street, whatever that looks like for you. If you're in an office block, maybe make it the building. You see if you can allow or feel that increased spaciousness in the breath. You may have slightly let go of identifying with the skin, flesh, and bones. Opening up your awareness into a greater space. The next out breath, jumping out to include the entire country that you're in. Include cities and mountains, lakes, rivers, fields, all of the space and the air, of course, all of the objects and beings, all one, all expanding, as the universe breathes you. Expanding, contracting with ease. You may feel your body moving or swaying, that's okay. You may feel a gladdening of the mind, shininess. And if you don't, that's okay. Stay with the breath. And then expanding to the entire continent, whatever that may mean for you. Just allow borders literally to drop away, feeling the edge of the plate that you're sitting on, all of the space, the mountain ranges, cultures, all the different beings and objects, cities, buildings, roads, insects, and all the air between them. Feel the spaciousness. Feel the spaciousness rather than the edge. Now we'll make the next step a little easier as we expand to include the entire globe. Oceans, the seas, all of the continents, poles, ice, all of the air, clouds, core of the earth. Breathing in, out, all of this moves with you. On the next breath, 1 kilometer out into space. Physical edges once again become meaningless. You're breathing 1 kilometer into a vacuum of space. And this is the last boundary we'll drop. As the universe breathes us in and out, we let that last boundary drop away and give in to the pulsing breathing in and out with the universe. Full sense of edge and boundary. Allow it to drop away. Breathing in the universe. Breathing out the universe. Universe breathes you. We'll keep this for a minute or so. If you have more time, you could pause here. Set your own timer. Remain in universal spaciousness before we begin the journey back. You may feel twitches or sensations in the body as you let go. Try not to identify or focus there. Just let it be. And then a few breaths. Going to come back in, moving a little more quickly than we went out. So allow that breath to come back to 1 kilometer outside of the globe. Allow that 1 kilometer to evaporate. You're breathing the globe. Letting the atmosphere and preparing to come back in. 1 or 2 more breaths, coming back to the continent. 1 or 2 breaths, back to the country. Perhaps the city or the town. Back to the block or the building. Slow down a little here. Going back into the room. Breathing in and out the room. A little more familiarity and grounding. Allow yourself to notice how your state of mind, energy has changed as we let the room drop away and come back to 1 inch all the way around our skin. Again, noticing any change in energy. Finally coming back to our own skin, our body. Stay here for a few breaths. And when you're ready, you move a finger or a toe, move a few more fingers, a few more toes, and just move the body a little, exploring, coming back, feeling grounded, and notice your state of mind. Hopefully there's calm. And 1 or 2 more breaths. When you're ready, open your eyes, perhaps have a stretch. So that was a meditation on spaciousness. Hopefully you feel a little more spacious in the body and mind. And this meditation could go a little longer. You could pause out there in the universe and set your own timer. Or you could do this yourself and move a little faster, perhaps not go quite as far. You could do this 2 or 3 times a day. You could do it for a minute at your desk and allow yourself to get a little more spaciousness. I hope this helped. My name's Andy Rogers. Have a wonderful day.